Hello and welcome back to the Bump Out Podcast. My name is Hayden Short. As you can hear in my voice, I'm pretty happy today. And I'm joined by my best mate, Adrian Messner.
That's me.
How you feeling, Mez?
Surprisingly, pretty good.
Big lift from you today.
Pretty
I'd like
good.
to shout out to you.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, I would like to also shout out to the 5.5 hours sleep that I had last night.
Yeah.
So it was what maybe would have been about 10 to 11. We were both sitting down working on separate things together. And my wife comes out and goes, "Sorry, Adrian, do you know the time? It's 10 to 11.
I think it might have been 10:30
Look,
because I got home by 11.
by the time I got into bed, it was 10 to 11.
Content.
And I said to myself, okay, big push tomorrow. You got a big day, just quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, nice.
Something that New South Wales can take note of.
That's right.
Something that Queensland did.
So obviously we're doing this right after game 2.
Yes. Just quickly, how are you? How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Pretty
you
good.
look very, very positive, and
Thank
it's
you.
annoying the absolute shit out of me.
I don't know if I'm just happy we won.
Yeah.
I'm not positive as well. Didn't remember a lot of what happened. I was just stressing the whole second half.
Oh, yeah.
But if you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram. We have our giveaway running for game 3 as well.
If you haven't already,
What
are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you
You're
actually
listening to
doing?
us every week, and you can watch us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube as well. This full episode will be out.
All that good stuff. All that good
We
stuff.
learned from the last one, Origin 1 recap.
We definitely
It's too
did.
quick. It's too much going on with the whole round game straight after it. We
Yeah.
just needed to debrief straight away, so
Yeah.
we're here for you.
Ideally, I would have loved to have done it last night, but shout out to my full-time job if anyone listens or watches.
Exactly.
Can you please give me the day off after Origin? Wait.
Yes.
RDO for the next one. What?
Possibly, yes.
What?
10th of July into my 30th the next day.
Shit.
Love that.
That would be nice. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
And of course, feel free to leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Someone left a 5-star rating on Spotify. We're now at 30. So
Is it another burner
someone's
account?
listening.
Who knows?
Someone's listening.
Who knows? Maybe I have 30 now.
All right, Mez. Origin 2, Wednesday, 8:05 last night.
Last
Queensland Maroons defeated the New South Wales Blues 26-24, tying the series. Tell me State of Origin's dead. The game's back.
The game's back. Was the game ever dead?
There were a lot of comments about it.
Just ask all the Queenslanders after they lost last week. They thought the game was dead.
No, I don't think it was them. I think it was the New South Wales fans.
You reckon?
There was no competition. We're too good. That's what it was.
Was there no competition? I don't know. I felt like like looking at it analytically, it was more like an NRL game. Like
Yeah.
it didn't really have the Origin feel. But last night we got some emotion.
Yeah.
That was the biggest difference in Queensland, I think, was the emotion, the aggressive nature of the game.
Yeah.
I think they didn't take a backward step last night, and it's exactly what they needed.
Yeah. It looked like they pulled away a bit of flash and just went to what works.
Yeah.
Bringing in Cotter. So I was still we were questioning Cotter
Yeah.
and Capewell. 2 of the best, I think. They just did their job.
Yeah.
Nothing to flash. Just straight running, hitting the line. I think one of the best games I've seen in the conditions in Perth too.
In the conditions, slippery. Looked like it had been really pissing down for a few days as well. As well. And even with I think it was with the fireworks at the start when they had just kicked off, it had just started to rain quite heavily again. It looked like really, really bad conditions. And I was like, shit, I've got overs here in this game and it's on record.
Yeah, you did well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
the score?
Pick the score.
The other way though.
Wrong way. Does it matter? For me, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
I picked man of the match. You picked score. Exactly.
Bang, bang.
If only you went Queensland.
I know. I also had Latrell anytime and that was not really going to
He's
happen.
too busy setting up To'o.
He was too busy giving 3 try assists for his winger.
He's so good.
To his winger. Mate,
Yeah. Where do we start? This is not
honestly-
going to be as structured as usual, but we just...
I think you started in a good spot. We questioned the starting lineup, especially in the second row.
Yeah.
So you had Kurt Capewell, Ruben Cotter,
Yeah.
and Trent Liero starting.
Yes. Yep.
Do you think that they did their job? And also, how do you think that the bench went? Did
I
they
think-
have the impact?
They didn't have the impact I think that they were requiring or that they thought they would, but I think in the conditions they did really well.
Yeah.
Didn't make many errors. The errors I think came off the starting boys a lot more. Tino, Liam Martin we'll get to soon. I didn't write him down, but just thinking about the game, the first thing that came to head was Liam Martin.
Yeah.
I was just pressuring the boys. I think, what was the question there?
Do you think that they had the impact? The
Yeah,
bench?
that's right.
Do you think that the starters did their role?
I think they did. I think, like Nanai, I still think I'd start Nanai.
He was
over
again,
Capewell. No, but maybe go Capewell right side. Can he go there? Does it really matter?
I think Nanai can play left or right as well.
Okay. So then get rid of Cotter, because Cotter coming on for his second stint did well.
Through the middle.
Tackling machines.
Played through the middle for a lot as well.
Tackling
when
machines.
Nanai did come on.
So the thing that I really liked is the Trent Liero.
You really liked?
Really like him.
Okay.
I don't know if on a flat, dry track, on a dry track, if Carrigan plays that low minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Liero dominates like this, but it was very Melbourne. It looked like Billy Slater's turn to they got the band back. Mm-hmm. The Edwards, Luai, obviously or Crichton as well, nearly the whole bloody back line.
Almost.
Into Yo at 13.
Yeah.
They're just missing Appy, but they don't need that when you have Robson just tackling his heart out.
Mm-hmm.
I think Billy Slater's had a look over there and went, Munster's captain now. What does he have at Storm? We don't need to give away these penalties from Carrigan. He plays long minutes for Broncos. They depend on him a lot. 80 minutes for 15 weeks straight. Is that I don't think it's very fair.
I don't think it's very fair.
It's not very fair to him or the Broncos in general. And then you go Trent Liero. He does a job for Storm. I'm very happy. Oh, the Queensland haters, reach out. Because everyone was saying, who the hell is this Trent Liero guy?
I'll reach out.
Sorry, the Queensland, as in from Queensland. The haters.
Even for Liero, I was absolutely filthy. I thought Paddy Carrigan has won the Wally Lewis medal. He deserves that starting spot over some guy who hasn't even played a minute yet.
Yeah.
And then here he is, came off the bench for game one.
Yep.
He did impress me. He might have been the surprise packet because I knew that Kurt Capewell would come in and do his job. Did I notice him that much? Some people are saying Kurt Capewell was second best on the field.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
You think so? Over Brian To'o?
Oh, well, second best of Queensland. Second best on the field overall. 3 tries.
Harry Grant was good.
Harry Grant was good. Got a few things
Much better. Much better, actually.
Straight running.
So
probably his best game for a while, Harry Grant.
Yeah. So I suppose that's where you guys did dominate as well. Through the middle. It was much better than last time.
Yeah, and it was also off a few line breaks, tackle breaks. I think it was really good. Ponga, I think, only had like 7 to 9 runs or something. Something real low.
It was real low.
Dearden 7 runs.
Same as Xavier. Xavier Coates missing.
Xavier Coates missing. But Ponga getting into space, a few of the tries, if you watch, it was just a really hard straight run into Grant. Either Dearden sweeping around, Grant hitting Munster short or hitting Dearden short, goes to Kurt Mann inside the Capewell.
Yeah.
The other one short to Munster, straight through a hole. So it's straight, active players around the ruck. That's all you need. It's just smart footy.
Very direct.
No long balls. There was barely a long ball.
Well, they played the conditions well. One, I think that's probably the biggest thing you take out of that. Ponga normally creates space for the outside backs. I think Billy probably told him, look, it's just simplify, right?
Yeah.
If you see a bit of space, I want you to take it. Don't try and push the pass. We saw earlier in the season, Reece Walsh was doing a lot of that. I think you had very similar Broncos shape actually for Melbourne.
Yeah, and then out the back of that, just straight.
Just straight.
Trying to take as many metres as you can.
He again, like you said, he looked at the big group there is Melbourne, right? They heavily dominate that team. And he went, what are they good at? It's quick ruck, bro. Just delve into it,
it's
bro.
It's boring, but it's methodical.
It's very methodical.
Yeah. Even the way, like they were setting up through the middle, kicking to the corner.
Yeah.
Did you know Hammer had this aerial threat?
Not
I know
at
it's
all.
up against To'o.
Not at all.
But I didn't see it.
I think I said it to you last night. I reckon on TV, he doesn't look big. But you and I standing next to him in real life, we haven't yet. We will one day.
We will. Yeah.
Maybe we interview Jamie and he comes along. That's
cool.
more. That's probably more.
We'll see her. NRLW Magic Round.
We definitely will. But yeah, I reckon he'll be the one that surprises you how big he is.
Yeah, it's possible. Very good in the air, good hands.
Yeah.
Especially in the conditions too. Would not have picked him to jump over or twice like that.
No. God, no.
Anything else specific for you?
He did well. Let's go.
I like you running through your games. Run through the game and then we'll talk off that. Because I haven't written anything.
Very patient to start, bro. Very patient to start Queensland. I'm sticking to Queensland. Let's stick to the winning team and then we'll digest New South Wales a little bit later. I think they were very patient. That is something, when we watched them in game one, we thought they were desperate from minute one. But here, it was okay. Yeah, okay. There were a few errors that Tino again, Mo, not the greatest start. I do think there has to be a change there still. Even through a winning game, I do think your call of Lindsay Collins to start.
I love it. Or Paddy Carrigan.
It changed a lot of my mind. I was going to say changed my mind. My mind was changed a lot last night, especially in regards to that bench, the starting roles, and all of that. I thought it was really good. But they were patient, mate. It was a lot. There was a lot of feeling. I knew that there needed to be emotion in it. Like, we needed to see what Queensland spirit was. I think it's just having a bit of C in you, to be honest with you.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, apologies. You're not going to know.
Bit of C, bit of Corey Horsburgh.
See you next Tuesday.
I
think you could go Mo out, Paddy Carrigan starting front row with Tino, and then Corey Horsburgh on the bench.
Because Trent didn't really do much ball playing, did he?
No. But he was a good link man at times.
Yeah.
It wasn't heaps, but when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, that's Melbourne." There's a little bit of Melbourne.
Yeah.
Especially even like for a few of the tries, it was Trent getting it and that little tippy toe thing he does just through the middle just to take that one up for the next play.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter because you had that link man in Kurt Mann when he came on as well.
How good was Kurt Mann?
It's good. Very good. Just enough. He just did his role, played his role.
I think
pinball machine.
He would have been Queensland's best off the bench. If you're talking out of the 4 benchies, I think he was the best.
Yeah. I just think it was a very boring game to come off the bench.
Yeah.
It was very tough because you had to be safe. You come on and make an error, you stand out.
He had the most
You come on and do
offloads.
positives, you don't do much. Like, what was the Nai going to do coming on the field in pouring rain on the second half, 5 tries in a row nearly for New South Wales, 4 tries in a row? What are you coming on to do? Tackle your ass off. Don't make errors. That's it. Communicating D.
Brought a bit of spark into the attack as well.
See, I didn't really see him at all.
He had 2 offloads. That was the thing. In that game, bro,
Yeah.
no one even threw 2 offloads.
No.
No one. There was a lot of people who threw 1. Even I thought Hudson Young had thrown a few. I looked at we use NRL.com for stats if anyone wants to, I suppose, fact check. But Hudson Young only 1 as well. And I thought he was throwing them
He was very
all night.
good. He
the only
stood
other
out
person
quite-
is Angus Crichton with
He
2.
stood out to me. So he comes on through the middle, doesn't he?
Hudson
He
spelled Max King through the middle.
didn't really stand out that much too.
Nah.
It's just a boring, simple game last night.
It wasn't.
And that's why Queensland were up. And then in the second half, it just makes it so impressive that how New South Wales came back. It's actually quite scary for Queensland to get that far in front. If New South Wales now jam up with the short balls, where are you scoring? You score 1 outside them. The rest are fast and sharp play. That comes down to fatigue. But I just don't think New South Wales are fatigued. They probably got caught off balance a little bit. Just caught out from the sweep. Probably sweeps in their head a bit, knowing we're better than them, which is fair. Everyone's saying New South Wales can't. Gus Gould saying New South Wales don't lose this game with this team on paper. But then you come out and play 26-6 half time.
We definitely missed the jump.
No points second half.
Errors and ill discipline. That was the biggest thing for New South Wales. But that was, I suppose, when you look into the second half, what did Queensland do bad in the second half compared to what they did good in the first half? It was pretty much the same thing that
Probably
New South Wales did in the first half. Errors, and they didn't defend them. So you can make errors in Origin.
Yep.
You just have to have the energy,
Resilience,
and the resilience to defend them.
So the two errors, tackling the error of Lomax, which is a tough one. Probably 60-40. I'd say no, 60. 40, yes. What is he supposed to do from Xavier Coates? That's when he stood out. You don't want to come on and stand out for a negative. And then the knock on from Hammer off the good defensive set where the kick off there like 30, Luai kicks, miskicked, hit after contact as well. Perfect, bounces up, hits his arm. That's silly errors. I just think unfortunate.
Yeah.
Both unfortunate, both led to tries. And that's where it's like the roll-on was just happening. They finally did a set well. Queensland had them down there. It was perfect. It was the one where Edwards just got out of the in goal. Where he got out and how the hell did he get out of that?
But you felt the game sort of like there's always a second swing. So New South Wales had the momentum and there was like there's always a Queensland swing. Right? Especially late. Maybe with about 10 to go. And that was the moment.
Queensland.
That was the moment. But New South Wales, they did well.
Yeah, still held on.
They did still hold on. Mate, Cameron Munster.
Yeah.
The moment that I knew he was on, they flashed him walking down the tunnel. And I have never seen someone so intense in my life. I looked at you and I said, fuck, he's on.
Yeah.
He's on. Like
hair slicked back,
hair
ready
slicked
to go,
back.
no smile on his face.
All business.
Yeah.
All business.
Business.
Let me tell you something, Hayden. 17 runs, the most of any Queenslander. 130 metres, 21 tackles and a try for his man of the match performance. At 5'8", he had the most runs. Most runs.
That's a captain's knock.
That's a captain's knock.
First game.
That's a Billy masterclass. Just doing that.
Yeah. Well, you look at when you get dominated in game one, what can you change? What can you change? You just can't bring in guys and think they're going to be superheroes. Who's shown superhero status?
Yeah.
Who's shown a superhero performance who basically carried Queensland by himself? Munster.
When you look at the larrikin switch the attitude and just be that intense,
Yeah.
how do you not follow him?
Yeah, exactly right.
And you know what I love? The second thing was who was right behind him? Big Tino.
Yeah.
That to me, that's your next 5 years, right?
Well, it also comes on to who comes from that, Harry Grant.
Yeah.
Who leads on to that? Kurt Mann. Then you have energy just all around. And that's not even with the 9 on the field. Capewell just goes, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
The boys outside. We barely saw an outside back. Did you see Hammer do anything?
No.
Did we see Xavier Coates do anything?
Nothing.
New South Wales are dominant with their back too. Like Latrell, we barely saw. Crichton, you barely saw apart from points. When Crichton needs to stand up, he'll stand up and score.
Yeah.
Grand final.
It's moments.
Every grand final.
His moments doesn't do much wrong, but
Isn't it funny? I'd love to look up Crichton's exact time when he switches on. The intercept in the Bunnies game, surely last 15 minutes. The Broncos try against Stags, last 15 minutes, 100%.
But
New South Wales, last 15 minutes, when he runs over, jumps straight over Holmes.
what do you think that tells you? Fit? And you said when he first arrived at the Bulldogs, he wasn't even in a leadership group. And after the army camp that he excelled in, they wanted him as their leader.
Yeah.
It's just professionalism. It's professionalism.
It's picking his moment too.
Big time.
He's
Big
such a
time.
good player.
Big time.
I had to write that down, how good of a player he is.
I know.
It's so impressive. It's honestly, he could go down as one of the best centers of all time.
Probably will. It's only like 23.
So what's Inglis then? Center too? If you think about Inglis, are you thinking about center? Because he's played 6'1".
I'm sorry, Mr. Soward, but yeah, I imagine him big right hand palm to the face of Soward.
Yeah. That's
Playing left centre.
Center. Yeah, okay.
Left
Same
centre
as
with
me.
the 3 on his back specifically.
That is nice.
3 English in
Because
a
that means
Queensland jersey.
Hodges 4 right
Hodges
side.
4.
Okay. I thought so too. I was wondering as a New South Wales fan what you
Definitely.
see.
Bro,
Because you see so
straight
many
away.
tries at fullback at 6 anywhere else. Like
Straight
he
away.
can carry. But he's getting, I don't think he'll overtake Inglis. But that could be just like.
See the best centre that you've ever seen, you think? Inglis?
Yeah.
In the Origin arena or just in general? See, yeah, we're getting specific.
In general
now.
too. I think in general. Like
Yeah.
who are we going against him? Specifically for games where you look at and you go, who would you not want to verse? If you tell any current
It's GI.
NRL player now, I'd love to ask Crichton. We'll interview him one day too, and we'll sit down with him and go, who would you not want to verse? It has to be GI. Hodges, yeah, on his day, but GI, like no one wants to verse him anywhere on the field.
It's the old pick and stick. It's the old pick and stick. That's what it reminds me of. It's Inglis isn't even in form, but we're still going to pick him. He's going to come out and get man of the match.
Well,
Like,
it's Latrell too.
it is
Like,
Latrell.
did Latrell do much wrong last night? No.
Not too much, bro.
No, I don't think so.
Is there anyone else for Queensland before we move on?
Specifically for Queensland, Dearden.
Didn't you were happy?
Loved him. Like this is exactly what they wanted. Straightening up the ruck.
Yeah.
I even think the shitty runs he took were really good. It's the same as you said 17 runs for Munster. Not every one had the same value.
Of course not.
It's so
course
good
not.
because he'll just straighten it up. I was saying to you earlier, why is he dummying so much? It's the same as in a block as a ball player. Hit short, out the back.
Or
It was the same thing.
opposite. Yeah.
And then he grabs, he goes run, short ball.
Yeah.
Run, and then hits outside. Was that outside Crichton? Left side, yeah.
Yeah, when he created the space for Cotter in that mad decoy, engaged Latrell, and then Toya was on the outside. That
And
was
then
a
the
really
other
good
one
ball.
where Grant gives it to him and he like kind of bumps out at the line and scores a try. Before that, he's running probably, I reckon, 5 or 6 times.
That was the Munster try.
I reckon he's running 4 or 5 times Munster. I was still talking about Munster.
Oh, yeah.
For 6 meters.
Yeah.
But it's just drawing him to you. It's the same thing
It's
with
that
Dearden.
little skip that he does.
Yeah.
He gets the ball and he just like looks.
Because then
It's
instead
almost
of
like a
looking
dead
out,
play. It's almost like a dead play.
It is because instead of looking out, you're looking back at him, and that's 3 or 4 eyes,
Yeah.
3 or 4 people, 6 eyes,
Yeah.
3 people, 6 eyes.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just
Counting
saying
there.
3 or
2
4
eyes,
didn't
3 or
make
4
a lot
people.
Of, didn't make a lot of sense.
No, I was
to
following.
me in my head.
I
So
had a train of thought going, and then in the background I can hear 3 or 4. There might be 6 pair of eyes, and I'm going, "What are you actually saying, bro? What are you actually saying?"
Yeah,
My train of thought before your little conundrum there with the pairs of eyes.
yeah.
Do you think that was Munster's best game as a Queenslander?
No,
No?
no way. The one where he carried.
Or is that coming in game 3?
Hopefully, I just think
I
it's
have
a
not.
New South Wales clinic coming. Like New South Wales don't have to fix much. You're missing
No.
tackles through the middle. You're
Bro.
not conceding a lot to shape. Like
Yeah.
fair enough, the shape try, everyone was like, okay, what this is
Yeah.
a bit worrying. Yeah,
It was good shape, but-
Luai was new on that edge. Like they trusted. I think Latrell just turned in.
Latrell was like half a step too far in. Like half a step.
And if they hit early, like he has to throw long in those conditions, you probably want your winger to jam straight away.
If it's dry, maybe that changes as well.
Maybe changes because then he has the option to kick in behind or go over the top.
Yeah.
I just think it was really, really good for Dearden. The late wrap around after Ponga takes the good straight hit up into the short ball to Man, who gives it to, flicks it back to Capewell.
A little offload, yeah.
It's perfect. Ponga takes it straight up. Doesn't worry. No flash. Barely saw anything flashy from Ponga last night. It was Dylan Edwards. Do your job. Don't drop the ball. Make your meters. Straighten up the attack, and then we'll play off the back of it.
It was very meat and potatoes, as I like to say.
And sometimes it's good. In the wet weather, the best players will stand up and be unselfish and play for your team, and I think that's what he did.
I love that. I love that analogy because I think there's a lot of people who are putting hate and unfairly.
I did.
Onto
I said Hammer.
Ponga.
I said Hammer fullback. I said I wouldn't pick Ponga after the first game to show how he can come out and play like this. People have come out straight away. Shout out Isaac Issa, getting a shout out on the podcast.
Yep.
He's put up a few things about Ponga barely caught a ball, high ball. Yeah, he did. And I think game 3, you better watch out because that's coming. New South Wales getting the crowd behind him, going as high as you can. With Latrell's boot, we saw Cleary with the compression sleeve on.
Oh, yeah, we can
on
talk
the
about
leg.
that.
Yeah.
We can definitely talk about that.
I think in game 3, it might be high ball central. Straight at Ponga. Like, what are you going to do about it?
I hope he doesn't play between now and then. I hope they just go, nah,
He has
Cleary,
to play.
you're just going to rest, bro.
Oh,
You're just gonna
Cleary.
chill. No,
Okay,
no,
say
Ponga can play.
Ponga can play.
Ponga can play. That's fine.
He'll get his eye in for
That's
the high
fine.
balls.
That's fine. I've actually said to you, I just have a feeling Ponga's going to have
He has to.
have a rip.
He has to.
It just sets up for a game 3. Fucking hell, man.
It's good. It's going to be really good.
There is so much PTSD for me right now. It's just like series that we should be winning. This is 2020 all over again. Like
This can't be.
we had it.
This is
we
different.
had it, bro. It was here.
Nah, this is different.
It was here.
This is way different.
It is
It's
different.
because New South Wales are on top. Like, New South Wales are the better team. Still.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. New South Wales have the better talent.
Yeah.
They're better in form. Long term, they're going to go down as better players.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's nearly generational. Can they put it together? Hopefully a dry track on the 9th of July. I think they can.
That'd be nice.
I think they can. This was a scalp that no one saw coming.
And also, not a penalty count of 9-0 at halftime would be nice.
Yeah.
And it ended up at 10-2. 10-2.
Is that doesn't include 6
Doesn't
agains?
include
That's
6 agains, bro.
6 agains.
How many set restarts were there? I reckon there was about 6 in the first 3 minutes.
Although 2 of those penalties were the elbow from Lomax
Definitely penalty.
and the eye gouge, which Cotter come out today and said wasn't, which I like.
You know how much I like that? That is
Respect.
respect, bro.
Because
and you know what? Even if he did it, I want you to come out and say, no, I didn't.
Do you know what?
G.
This leads to, should penalties and punishments issued during an Origin game move on to round games?
Oh, yeah. No.
So leading to this, Cotter comes out and backs up the consequence.
Yep.
He comes out and says, no, it wasn't. He didn't hit me. He didn't grab my eyes. A bit of honesty that you can, because you can go into the court with them, can't you? When they get their punishment, you can go and give evidence.
Go and give evidence for or against, yeah.
Okay, which I like seeing that. Like, why not? There are a few players who've gone in and backed up the player who was punished.
So, yeah, okay. Do you think in this instance he's going, I want to get you back in the Origin arena?
Probably.
I don't
They're
want...
such good competitors, aren't they?
And that's what I love. That's what State of Origin football is. It's just a battle that goes beyond like normality.
Yeah.
Really.
So do we think that the on reportness or the on reports should go on to round games?
I do have an opinion. It's more on the fancy because for me it's a grey area.
Okay.
Like it's very case dependent.
Okay.
Can you come out and punch on? Absolutely.
Okay. But go to your other grey. You got one grey.
That's
Go to
one
the other
great.
side.
Can you come out and deliberately take someone's head off? Like, as example, Suoliti to Walsh?
Okay.
No. You can't do that because, again, it's player safety,
Okay.
right? But if you're out there and there's emotion and everyone comes together and you just want to throw a few fisticuffs, have a fucking go. Like, let it go. Let a bit of, all right, yeah, it may alleged eye gouging, you know, that's just a little bit of a facial rub, mate. Like, you're going to cop elbows in the face and shit. Let that stuff go.
Okay.
It's to an extent.
The issue I hear there where I was listening and responding to respond, you said a bit. Where's the line then? Can everyone just punch on every play? Like last night they were pushing.
Not
and they
every
were like,
play.
Stop. I think that's what now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm 4, but now I'm thinking about it, we're drawing a line and saying you draw how long you want it. Because if they start punching on at the start, what makes Harry Grant not turn around and just start punching Robson straight away? And then Tino next play start punching on
and then the game goes backwards 30 years.
Now we're letting it go to just punching on every second.
Mm-hmm.
Like we like the feeling, but where's the feeling stop? Unless the ref goes, let's build the feeling up and then get to the certain point where one fight happens, boys, next one goes. Yeah. I like that. I like it.
And a warning, fair enough.
Next one goes.
Yeah, fair enough.
You punch on first, that's fine. So you'd want to get in early because you get the second punch on. Tino's pissed off because he wants to fight Haas.
Yeah, I know.
If Robson comes in or starts fighting Xavier Coates or something, it's not fun.
That's not going to,
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen.
I want the big boys to go at it anyway.
Exactly right. So you kind of save that. Probably a silly thing to do. Obviously, player key comes into it. But I'm thinking the elbow to Lomax, he shouldn't have got away with a fine. And I'm bringing up this question. That was from me. That was raised by me.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have got away with a fine. That's a blatant elbow to the head. That's reminding me of Tupanua. Not the elbow with the knee.
I didn't see anything.
In the Broncos game.
I didn't see anything,
in the Broncos
mate.
game.
Nothing.
That's the only thing. I don't like it moving on because it was a game. It's a game of feeling. They ref differently.
They do.
So why can't they bunker and report differently? I think they do. They have.
I think they kind of do.
Will they back us up right now?
Was a bit different. Like I felt like he loved the whistle in his mouth last night for some reason, but like it's not the reason that we lost. Yeah, it doesn't help. But again, at the start of the game, you're always going to test the ref, right?
Yeah.
Even as a 14-year-old growing up playing footy, it's the first 10 minutes test the ref, right? Lie in the ruck. If he starts giving penalties, you know you need to ease it back.
If not, see where the line is.
Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it if you can.
Done it for years.
And I genuinely,
that's competitiveness.
I actually just had a flashback to one of my coaches used to say, if there's a fight and one in, everyone in. How good is that?
Yeah.
Take me back to junior rugby league. Yeah. Jesus. Never thrown a punch in my life. But
actually, we bringing this question up, both players who got penalised on report got fines. So it actually did back us up that they're not letting it affect round games, which we thought. I wrote on a status that we were tagged in recently, we collabed with. Lomax, if he's there for game 3.
Yeah, I know.
He got a fine. So, okay, maybe they're listening again.
But then again, if that's someone else like who has a rap sheet that played Origin.
I think Lomax has
Tino,
a rap sheet.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Not from just...
Not from the top of the head?
This extensive knowledge up here, mate.
Okay.
Not too much.
So maybe if it's someone like a... you're right. Maybe like
for the lack of a better example, if Victor Radley was playing, like that would have been 4 weeks, just because of all the carryover that he has.
Okay. I guess he didn't really look at him, did he? He could feel him on him and just elbowed, but I still think
he wanted
that
to get
has
up.
to be a week or so.
He wanted to get up, but yeah.
Even though
are you allowed to move?
The move? What do you mean move?
Like,
it's a straight elbow to the face.
Yeah, well, look.
If it's any harder.
I'm trying to make an excuse here, mate. Okay? Can you just let me make an excuse?
Well, let's go to New South Wales because we've done about 26 minutes on... We did a bit of both.
We did a bit of both. It's been back and forth, bro. It's been back and forth.
You pick where you want to go and then I'll just go with you.
We had a lot of ball on Queensland's line initially. We had some good double unders from Cleary into a Luai out the back, a nice little short kick to start. Thought we were on.
Yeah.
Thought we were on.
Bit of scrappy try to
We were not. We were not, mate. From then on, we essentially didn't take advantage of any opportunities. We didn't control possession. But the part of the game that I thought that we lost is we lost the big moments. The big moments in the game. So the penalty count was 9-0 at half time. But there were a few big moments in that game where I just felt like Queensland, they just rolled with it better. If that makes any sense to you.
Do you think even in the second half?
Look,
a complete domination in the second half.
It was complete domination, but I'm more talking like the games, you know that the game's there, right? The game's there to be won, especially at the end. Right? We still had 4 minutes, 26-24.
Yeah.
Like those are the moments that you need to stand up. It's very easy. Well, it's not very easy. It's state of origin football. Nothing is easy.
Yeah. But to get back there.
To get back there.
With a bit of momentum,
at 26-6, okay, Queensland are a bit complacent.
Yep.
They're making errors again. It might come to those guys who have the talent a bit easier.
The flow on a bit.
And then all of a sudden you get 1, you got 2. But when the game is genuinely on the line, Queensland were resilient. For that last 4 minutes, they held us out. They D'd it out. And even though we had a lot of ball and a lot of opportunity, they forced errors on us in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be making those errors. You're only 2 points behind, right? There should be a little bit of game management there. Cleary's injury didn't really help us at all, to state the obvious. So he did no kicking at all in the first half. Latrell did all our long kicking. The short kicking all came from Luai.
Yep.
Very disappointing. But again,
I think his first kick as well was out in the full.
That's good. Luai's as well.
Cleary shaped it.
I think that was in the second half. So we kicked.
Yeah,
that's
it was early in the second half.
Our first kick in the first half from Luai out in the full.
Yep.
First kick in the second half out in the full.
A little bit of nerves, but also different conditions, different field. Like he's injured as well, so maybe he pulled back that little bit.
Yeah.
His foot hit it a bit later because you don't have as much force. Like you never know. It was groin as well. It's been updated too.
It was a groin. Yeah, very hard to come back from a groin that
and it was
quick.
in front of the media, and they
Payne
didn't pick it
Haas
up.
did his groin too. Have you heard that?
Yeah. So he'll probably be out till.
These are like little things that just get you before kickoff.
You know what wouldn't have helped as well with groins? Slippery surface.
Yeah.
That doesn't. You don't trust
Your confidence would have been low, man.
Yeah.
Like I know from having a shaky knee, whenever it's wet, I'm going.
Yeah.
No, not
in
tonight.
a groin too.
Not
you
tonight.
one little slip, that extra push is like.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not ideal.
It wasn't ideal, but again, ill discipline. That just needs to be cleaned up. Like that's unacceptable. And I don't think that they would allow themselves to see that any differently.
No, I agree. Doesn't matter the conditions, the field. They've won before. What is it? They've won 13 plus both games in Perth, New South Wales. So they'll come back in their third game. I think I don't honestly think. I think this is great for them. This is good for the game.
Yeah.
The script was written. Did we think it'd be this close? They must listen to us because my man of the match with your score. Like, there's a script. I didn't know we were writing it.
And I actually
Game
said...
3, 40-0, Queensland.
I said I thought New South Wales would win.
Yeah.
But when you first arrived to my house last night, I said to you, mate, I actually want Queensland to win. Bro. I don't want a dead rubber. I want there to be a decider.
Yeah.
It's good for the game. I mean, selfishly, it's good for us as content creators.
Do we think that... Just a quick one on this. Do we think that the referees dictated the game and it went Queensland's way?
To an extent, look, I could sit here and say to you, let's get some clickbait and let me say, fuck yeah, but nah, bro.
Yeah.
That game went exactly how it should have. Exactly how it should have.
Yeah, I agree.
It based on New South Wales' performance in the first half, I couldn't see that first half ending any different.
Queensland did it game 1.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's what I meant.
Game 1, it was shocking. The ill-discipline, 3 penalties in a row. The 2 from Carrigan into the Grant kicking the ball in the ruck. It's here.
Yeah. It just shows the quality of the game, though, because it's back to the fundamentals of rugby league is what wins these games.
And I actually think, going back to game 1 again, DCE in this team, we don't win. Because he doesn't take this. He's not the straight runner. He doesn't take the runs like a young. It's a little bit of youth too, I think. A bit of youth smarts. DCE is not the guy to take a few runs up just to kill it at the front. It's not him. That would be Dearden in 6. And Munster and Dearden just complemented each other together.
It's also not his strength though.
Yeah.
So his strength would be more like the kicking game in the wet. Maybe I felt like you would have lacked it a little bit, but you had such a good start with the direct running from Dearden. It went to script, bro.
Yeah.
It went to script.
Tino just massive as well.
And
something just small to chuck in.
It's just Eno, bro. Just Eno. Him and Liam Martin, I'd love to see them have a go.
MVPs for me in that game stand out. Liam Martin and Tino.
Liam Martin,
their little matchup.
I think he had a fair bit of errors in him, but I didn't mind because he was going after the game.
And then he'd save one, and then he'd drop one, and then he'd make one, and then he'd come back again and smashed and dropped it off Valentine Holmes. But he still smashed Valentine Holmes. He did as well as he could. Did as well as he could and got pumped. If you're getting pumped, you need to make him lose the ball.
But that's what happened. That's Origin football,
bro. Origin plays.
You're 20 kilos heavier than me, but I'm going to fly in and try and whack you anyway because it's for my state. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
They did really well, bro. Another guy, I think, Hudson Young.
Yeah.
Absolutely impressed me.
To all the guys that have said, why is he picked?
Yeah.
This is why.
46 minutes, 15 runs, 109 metres, 5 tackle breaks, 31 tackles and 1 offload.
Well done. It's so impressive, man.
Compared to the first game.
Dry track, and he even played well there too. Like, he come on and tried his best.
Yeah.
This one was an obvious Hudson Young call to bring him on.
That's why he was on there.
This was Hudson Young game.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. A few offloads. How many offloads did you say? One.
Any of one.
One offload. Dry track, there's 10. Maybe errors off the back of that too. Get on Hudson, make your tackles. How many tackles was it?
31. 31 in 46 minutes. That's pretty fucking good going, bro.
You said he missed?
I think he had one missed.
In that weather as well? That's incredible.
He did. That was a really good
The
knock.
role that he played, 45 minutes. Would you ever seen Hudson Young come on and do that with any other coach?
No. And the thing that we said that we liked the most about the New South Wales second rowers is their versatility to play through the middle. And we did not mention once that Hudson Young would be through the middle.
I didn't want him through the middle, and I still think I'd like Crichton. I like the size.
You want Crichton on the bench?
I want Crichton on the bench, man. I like Hudson. Hudson Young defend? Is he's left? He's left?
He's left. Same
that
spot.
left side's the Luai.
It's a hard
the
spot.
Luai Hutto, Latrell.
He's good laterally.
He's good laterally, but I just think one bad decision, your whole line stuff.
If he had a combo there with one of them, I'd like it. Like if it was like a Jackie Whiten or something.
Ethan Strange in the future.
In 5 years, maybe.
In the future. Don't know if Hutto will still be there, but there'll be some other young gun.
Maybe.
Hosking or something like that. A young one.
Maybe, bro.
A young one. There'll be a young Hosking. I know Hosking's our age.
Young Hosking.
That's what I'm saying. Hosking's
Is he our age?
Yeah, I think he's 29. My age.
Jeez.
He come at Broncos real late. I think he debuted for Broncos about 5 years ago and 25.
He's doing great things at SC Playbook, Zach Hosking.
Yes.
Mate, the other guy I want to talk to you about, Brian Tottle.
Yeah.
3 very different finishes. The first one of the luckiest tries you ever get.
Yep. Scrap.
And then I think probably one of them he only had to really work for it.
You got his stats?
25 runs. How many meters?
229.
229. 2 line breaks and
3 tries. We had to chuck that in too.
3 tries.
70 post contact.
He is such a gun. He is such a gun. I want you to say it. Say it to me.
I've got to get another thing. 0 errors. Yes, because he got jumped over by Hammer. Doesn't count. Not an error. Because he's short. Leave us short boys alone. Is he the best winger of all time?
He has to be the best winger that I've ever physically seen. I'm 30 years old.
And I love Israel Folau. And that's the only thing pulling me away. Jarrell Yo-Yi, this is all bias coming in now, but...
Take your fucking Broncos hat off.
Israel Folau is still pushing To'o for me. But the consistency and the longevity of To'o with his height as well and how he's probably personally changed the game.
You just hit the nail on the head. He has changed the game for a winger. It is now... You now need a Brian To'o style winger in your team.
Yeah.
If you don't run for 200 metres, you're going to be overlooked.
Adokar, Alofiana Khan-Pereira, but then you got someone like Jojo Fafita. The speed with the size.
Yeah.
I know he's a centre.
And the hard
but
work.
This is what you want. He's kind of moulding different players.
Yeah.
Shout out to Watson Haleta.
Low error rate as well.
Yeah.
He hardly ever makes an error. It's just so reliable. It's so reliable.
And in a game like this, slippery underfoot, as I said, thank you NRL.com. Conditions, slippery, weather, rain.
Yep.
Perfectly said, perfectly put.
Perfect
That's all
quote.
you need. Lomax didn't stand out as much. I did like the first one. Took a hit up on his back. First time I'd seen it.
Straight on his knees, bro.
On his back.
Straight on his knees.
Because he's so little. The little barge under as well.
Yep.
How he gets his head in. You don't like it?
I just said it's an injury waiting to happen, and it scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
It scares me a little bit.
He'd have to be top. He's in the top 3 conversation. Top 3 wingers of all time, Brian Tottle.
Oh, I have to agree.
He has to be.
I have to agree.
Off the top of your head right now, I'm going Israel Folau, Brian Tottle, Brett Morris.
Brett Morris.
For recency.
Brett Morris.
Recency bias. That's not thinking about the guys back in the day that we probably didn't see and we won't know.
I got another one, but it's biased. It's Hazem El-Mazri.
Okay. Best kicker of all time.
Greatest point scorer. I think.
Because he kicks all the goals.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a Bulldogs thing.
Yeah, okay, that's nice.
Just a Bulldogs thing.
In top 5.
The other one, Wendell probably. Wendell or Lottie. I was a bit too young.
So young.
A bit
I didn't
too
see
young.
any of that. I didn't see any of the young Wendell.
From when I was like, maybe 15, I think I'll remember most.
Yeah.
So we are now 2025, maybe 2010.
Yeah.
2010 onwards. 2010 onwards, I think To'o by a landslide.
I don't know, landslide.
By a landslide.
Brett
Morris second.
Brett Morris, Israel Folau. Just from pure freakness.
Darius on the wing?
That was another one I was thinking, but I see him as fullback. He's a winger. Like in Origin, he was brilliant. Was he a winger in Clubland? No.
Matt Singh.
It's like saying Matt Singh was good too. Very one of North Queensland's best.
North Queensland,
Shout out.
definitely.
He was in the 30-year squad. Matt Scott, Jonathan Thurston, Michael Morgan at 6.
I just randomly thought of Reece Wesser from Penrith.
Fullback.
I remember in Rugby League Live 2 maybe, I just used to pick Penrith and run around with Reece Wesser because he was that quick. So lightning, bro.
Good player.
Amos Roberts, gun.
Good player.
Nathan Blacklock.
Now
they're all flowing.
See, that's back in the day.
Now the juices are flowing.
That's too far back. We probably saw the end.
Yeah, we saw the end of that.
I'm not going to even say what I'm going to say because it's probably wrong.
Yeah, you probably
The years
are.
I'm going to chuck out, I think I'm so wrong.
Okay, let's go back to New South Wales.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was New South Wales best.
Yep.
If you had to pick someone who was second, Hayden, taking away bias?
Martin, yeah. Liam Martin.
Hutto?
Good, but I just think the impact.
Hutto second for me.
Hutto over Liam?
Hutto over Liam for me.
Because of errors?
Yeah, I think so. Just because
I wouldn't disagree with that.
If I had to analyse it in any way, it'd be just due to errors.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Any changes for game 3? Just a quick summary at the end.
Tukumanu.
4.
I go Max King back to his role on the bench.
Yeah.
I've called it for
Mr. Facial fracture.
Mr. Facial fracture.
Get in.
Keon.
No surgery required, I don't think. Day-to-day proposition.
Keon, if Keon's injured, I still like my boy Terrell. It's not going to happen.
No, I think you keep Stefano. Not that I really saw him stand out. I just think he fits his role pretty well. I didn't mind it. Max King obviously didn't have... I'm assuming he didn't have as many minutes.
Nah.
Because Hutto was dominating,
But he played... I told you, they went with the role different. The role...
The Bulldogs role.
The Bulldogs role.
Yeah.
They went with the Bulldogs role, and he just played first 20, last 20, not even last 20, maybe
barely
last 10.
saw him, yeah.
Last
because
10.
it was working, so...
It was Barnett's role. It's what Barnett did, and we said Barnett wasn't on for long.
You're
but
right,
then also Hutto Young played that big minute middle role that we didn't see coming.
In the wet, it's perfect. You don't need that...
Lateral,
it's not that fast in the middle to be rolling them like that.
Maybe we can go someone a little bit different then. Maybe we don't need a front row. If you're going to play Hutto through the middle, maybe you drop a Tukumanu. And I think we need to play Connor Watson a bit earlier. If I'm going to be
it was all working though. Like that's the thing. You were scoring tries and it was working.
Yeah.
Robson was doing well. Barely any errors from Robson.
Yeah.
You just keep going. It more came down to, I'm assuming, weather, time, and fitness.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to play Robson for the sake of it. You got Connor Watson there who adds so much value. What are you really doing? I still think Hudson Young left, Angus Crichton bench.
I don't mind it.
It fixes it.
Genuinely.
It really does. It fixes it.
And I like Angus. Angus
what was wrong? Not much.
Angus has really good second phase play too. So if he can get on and just, even at the same time that Spenny comes on, might be good. I love the double injection.
I do too.
Has to be a double injection.
It's very hard to see in the rain, even from the TV, to see who's coming on and when. I didn't even know Nanai was on. Actually, I was saying it with 30 minutes to go, wasn't I? When's he coming on? A few minutes later came on.
It's very hard when you're so emotionally invested. But then again,
you're still looking at so many different things. It's very hard to pick it out.
Mate, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's it.
That's it. We're done.
The side are coming up. And if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram. We say it every week.
And why would you do that?
Because we have a giveaway.
Because we give you free shit.
Again. We'll give you free content.
Again.
It's all free content.
Again. Again or again?
And you can, and you can follow us as well on TikTok. We're flying. We are flying on there. We keep saying this. We don't even have to at the moment on TikTok. We're flying.
We are.
Instagram, we're getting there. But TikTok, we're flying.
Yeah, Instagram's just like New South Wales in the second half. Just coming back,
slowly
but just not going to get there.
Yeah.
TikTok's out in front.
Slowly dominating. Yeah. Like us on Facebook. 200 followers now, 200 likes.
And shout out to that cover photo. And thank you to our social media guy.
Yes.
You are doing a good job, okay? No matter what this dickhead says to you.
You're doing very well.
You're doing a good job, kid.
Subscribe, watch us on YouTube. Also feel free, like someone did recently, to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you be in Brisbane on Origin night, Game 3, 9th of July, the decider, head to our Instagram. We have pinned our giveaway. Follow the prompts to enter our Caxton Street Brewing Co. watch party giveaway.
Is it multiple comments, multiple entries?
As many as you like.
Have we rolled with that?
As many as you like.
Wow.
People are commenting heaps because...
I'm going to go and leave 100 comments. 100.
If you leave a lot of comments and they're different people and you're legitimately in Brisbane and can go, we might give you a higher chance.
Who knows? We pick the winners?
Yeah.
Or are they randomly picked?
No, they'll be randomly selected.
You will never know.
They'll be selected.
You will
randomly.
never know.
Adrian, 1-1. Good luck in Game 3.
Yeah, okay.
Love you, mate.
You too, I guess. Love you, bye.
Bye.